Grandson of Right Thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light, little flock. Go to the book of Malachi, chapter 2. We're going to start the message there. This message is directed at the shepherds, the leaders, pastors, priests, ones who say that they lead the little flock of the Good Shepherd. They labor on his behalf. As you all should know by now, Abba has aught with the so-called pastures of his flock that have been scattered by the shepherds that have led them astray. Abba don't like that. He wants the shepherds to lead the little flock to green pastures and still waters. You see? Because that's what a shepherd do for the flock. He don't want you to abandon the flock, but he wants you to comfort them, to keep them on the straight and narrow and remind them of everything the Good Shepherd says. Not to try to switch it around and say some other stuff that the Good Shepherd never said, but he should, matter of fact, remind you of the Good Shepherd by what he says to you, by how he directs you. Honestly, is what that means. Where is he directing you? Because that's what a shepherd does with a flock. He directs them to a place. That one who's talking to you, where are they directing you? That place they should be directing you is to the inner place in you of calm and stillness. How to deal with everything that you go through with that energy, with that state of being. See that there? That's why they minister to you. Minister means to help, to aid. You see? Aid you in what? To help you what? Help you remain calm. Because calm is the place of power. Calm is the place of love. When you're calm, you do the loving thing. No matter what the circumstance is, you choose the loving route, but only if you're calm. So calm and love go synonymous. They're the same. That's why peace and still. Green pastures and still waters. That's why it's like that. I shall not fear. I shall not want. Why is David saying those things in that same prayer where he says, still waters, green pastures? He's telling you that he leads me to where I need to be when I'm afraid. He never leads me to fear. He leads me out of it. Perfect love casts fear out. See? Calmness casts panic out, doesn't it? Faith casts what out, guys? Doubt. See how this is going? It ain't hard. It ain't hard. So back to Malachi 2. We're going to see what Abba has to say to the priests. You see? And let's see what he says here. Because this is going to get very interesting if you stick around and listen. Malachi chapter 2, verse 1. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. You see that there? Priests. This commandment is for you. So it's very direct. Let's see what he says. If you will not hear, and if you will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name. Stop right there, little flock. The children of Israel, where did they receive the Father's name from? Who, in other words, did they receive the Father's name from? That would be Moses. Moses is what tribe? Levi. The priests sprang forth out of Moses and Aaron. Aaron's sons became the Levitical priesthood. So out of Levi. You see that there? So let's see what he says here. He says, you will not, if you will not hear, and if you will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name. Remember, I told you where the name came from. Levi told us the name. See there? And what did he say the name was? I am. So anybody who's teaching the little flock should be teaching them in the name of I am. You see what I'm saying to you today, little flock? And once you show them that's the proof of the Father's name, they can't deny that that's what they should be preaching. Why be rebellious any longer? By what I'm saying, because there are a lot of priests who will rebel against what I'm saying. There are a lot of shepherds, so-called pastors, that will rebel against what I'm saying about that name of I am. There be three men on the earth. You see, one in the middle, one on the right, and one on the left. So there's one on the right that says his name is Ahiah. There's one on the left that says his name is Yahweh, or vice versa, doesn't matter. There are two men that says this. I'm using this as an example. One says his name is Ahiah. The other one says his name is Yahweh. I'm the man in the middle. What am I saying his name is? I am. Who am I speaking to? I'm speaking to Americans and the rest of the world, but specifically to the people of America. Because that's where the captives are held, in case the world doesn't know that. Yes, there are captives held here in America. They're called the Negroes. Maybe y'all thought they came over here freely and stayed free and nothing ever happened to them while they were over here. They've been living over here blessed. Maybe that's what you think. Doesn't matter what you think, because we dwell on the truth here. See that there? He says, but if you will not lay it to heart to give glory to my name, he's warning them, you better start giving glory to my name, I am. Because doesn't that benefit an English-speaking person, which is who I'm talking to? I'm speaking the English language, so I'm speaking to English-understanding people. Y'all understand that today? So what name would I tell them? I would tell them the name that they understand. I am. That's what's written there. And they understand what it means, and they also understand how that applies to their life. Those other names can't do that. I hope y'all hear that today. What I mean is, to an English understanding person, when you say Ahiah or Yahweh, he doesn't know what that means. He knows the sound of it. He can repeat after you and parrot it back to you, but he does not know how to take that name in power. He doesn't know how to apply it to his life. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So when I give you the name of I am, don't you understand how the kingdom of heaven is within you through that name? Doesn't it? But does it make sense if I say Ahawa or Ahiah? Yahweh, Ahiah? Does that resonate with your internal kingdom in any way? Maybe the sound of it does, but the meaning of it doesn't, unless you've been told, which you're going to have to ask, because none of you are native, ancient Aramaic or Hebrew students, or speakers, I should say, which means it wasn't your natural given tongue. If it were, that's what I'd be speaking to you. But because you're in captivity, you're speaking the tongue of your captors. Isn't that true, Negroes? Look, Negroes are one nation of people, but yet you have, let's say, Haitian Negroes that speak French and French dialect of language. Then you have Dominicans who speak Spanish, even though they're on the same island split down the middle. Then you got ones in America who speak English. When I start to look at that, I understand that Spain, England, and France are three European nations. So how in the hell did these one nation of people split off into three European languages, also names? Interesting. Interesting, huh? See what I'm saying to you? Saith the Lord of hosts, for in verse 2, I will even send a curse upon you. See? So if you don't know how to, what did he say here? If you don't know how to give glory unto his name, I am safe, I am secure, I am blessed, I am healthy, I am happy. If you don't know how to do that, then you'll be cursed, because you'll be saying things like, I am sick, I am unhealthy, I am this, I am that, and all negative, vain things. So then you're going to curse yourself if you don't give glory to his name. See how what I'm saying, it actually goes together like Legos, which means you know it's true when you hear it. It makes perfect sense. Doesn't that? If I take the name of I am, if I'm an English speaking person that understands English as my first language, so I know what I am means, then I read the Bible there and his name is I am forever, is it not going to change? Then I first understand that I am will never not be his name. It will always be his name forever, he said. Okay? And then he also told me that he got that name, or he sent a man from the tribe of Levi to give the nation of Israel that name. That's what happened. So then now we're in Malachi rehashing that because they have forgotten to teach the children of Israel that. That's how you can lose your identity. What I just described when I said French, Spanish, English, speaking languages, and they're all Negroes speaking all these different languages, scattered all over the earth, just like the Bible said they would be. Why? Because they don't give glory to I am. They give glory to other nations. They celebrate the holidays of other nations. They dress like other nations. They take on the customs of other nations. They're the nation that said, we have no king over us but Caesar. That's a whole nother nation. And we're going to prove that through what we're reading here today. I'm explaining to you how the Negroes got into the case they got into. It's from not giving glory to I am. Now, all the shepherds need to tell the truth about who the Negroes are, but you don't see them doing that. A lot of them, they don't. They don't. Well, how are you loving? How do you love your brother if you continuously lie and call him by misnomers, which all of the world is doing that? You're all guilty of it, and you won't repent for some weird, strange ass reason. I guess your repentance causes you to realize what you've done to God's people. Long as I don't believe that's God's people, I can feel okay about all the slavery that happened to them. I can feel okay about not giving them their land back. I can feel okay about not ever giving them the truth. I can feel okay about lying to a people that don't matter, insignificant people that don't mean nothing. But that's a lie. You believed a lie. You inherited lies, the Bible said. You see? Wherein there was no prophet. There ain't no prophet to tell a lie. Because all that lies that you stack up, guess what's going to happen when the truth come up? It's going to prove how much you hated the truth. Why else have them lies stacked up there? Mm. And none of you can deny that this people I'm describing to you are hated on the earth. So it makes perfect sense once again. I am was taken from a man, which is a people, Negroes. Their I am was taken away. I don't know who I am. Kunta Kinte, Toby. Kunta Kinte, no, you're Toby. You're who I say you are. Y'all can't understand that or something? Y'all too dull to see the depth of that, to take someone's identity from them and their language and their name? Why would you do that? Why would you do it? So that a curse can fall upon you, because I hate you. Won't you want people that you hate to be disenfranchised? All right then. So the whole world disenfranchised the Negroes. Psalm 83 told me that. I don't need you niggas to tell me. You can lie all you want. You can lie all you want to. But as I was saying here, watch this. I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yeah, I have cursed them already, because you do not lay it to heart. Don't lay what to heart? To give glory to his name? Y'all won't do it. You don't teach people that. I'm going to ask you guys, how many preachers do you know preach what I preach? How many do you know? Because there are many preachers gone forth. There are many so-called shepherds out there saying they have what the flock needs. There are many so-called prophets, self-proclaimed prophets out there, even put prophet right before their name. Do they teach this? Do they teach the name of I am? Because is there any other name that he gave? You guys would lie if you said, yeah, he said I am, but he also said a bunch of other stuff. No, he didn't. I am hath sent me unto you. That makes it simple. Why you want to complicate it? And like I said, those words, I am have sent me unto you, came out the mouth of a Levite. Okay? I want you guys to understand that, why that's important. All right? I have cursed them already because you did not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed and spread dung upon your faces. What does it mean to spread dung upon your face? That means to take some doo-doo and smash it all into the face of someone that you can't stand. Smash doo-doo all on his face. And y'all think, I'm harsh? Okay. I ain't never took no doo-doo and smashed it in nobody's face before. Even the dung of your solemn feast. See, Israelites? If you're in a solemn feast and you're not blessing the name of I am, but some other name, then that is doo-doo to the Most High. He can't stand it. I'm trying to warn you Negroes of this. Y'all want to get caught up in fancy words. You find something new and you think it's the shit because it's something you never heard before. That shit has been done already. It ain't nothing new under the sun. It ain't nothing new. So be simple about it. Be submitted to the word that tells you his name right there. Why struggle with it when that's the name that's going to give you power? Try them other names if you think it will. Try those other names when you say what you say. And then try the name of I am when you find yourself in a circumstance and see which one delivers you. I know which one delivers because I've already done it. Just like he said, he'll curse you if you don't do it. I'm very watchful about how I take the name. I am. So I'm telling you to be. I'm not telling you to be watchful about how you use some sound, how you use some ancient word somebody taught you. Fuck that. I'm telling you how to watch out so you don't be cursed, nigga. And if you say I am sick, ain't you bringing a curse on yourself? Look how this math is going. Watch this. Yahweh sick. How does that affect you? I am sick. How does that affect you? You're saying you are. This is so simple. I don't know why y'all want to complicate it. A higher sick. A higher health. When you pray to God, are you praying for him to do something for you? You go, yeah. So then tell him that. What are you praying for him to give you? Health. I am health. Take my name to heart and bless it. I am health. There you go. As a man thinketh in his heart, lay it to heart. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So then you are. Now, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. When he's thinking of himself in his heart, what is he saying about himself? I am. Why is that so hard for you guys to understand? You priests, you shepherds, you so-called preachers. Why don't you stand before your congregation standing on that rock? Why do you say God, the Lord, when he told you his intimate name? What do you do with a friend? You call him by his name. He said, I am. I am. Was Abraham a friend of God? So then it's possible to be such, but y'all don't want to be his friend. Y'all want to be far off and don't know him. If you knew him, you'd know his name. And if you knew him and loved him, you wouldn't let nobody tell you no lies about his name neither. You wouldn't. Just that simple. Continuing. Behold, I will corrupt your seed, spraying dung on your faces, even the dung of your solemn feast, and one shall take you away with it. 4. And you shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, says the Lord of hosts. See what I'm trying to say to you today here, little fly? Didn't I tell you that? His covenant shall be with Levi. Who did he tell his name to? Moses. What tribe is Moses from? Levi. What tribe are the priests from? Levi. So Levi, who was given the spirit to know God's name, is supposed to tell the whole tribe of Israel, like Moses did, and continue to tell them that commandment, because that was the commandment given to Moses. I am have sent me. I am. Why are y'all corrupting it? Why are y'all changing it and throwing his name out for a lie? How many times God got to say y'all are doing that? You're casting his name aside and you suffer and you think it's not I am? Then why are you suffering, nigga, when you throw his name to the side? Then why do you suffer if his name ain't I am? Why are you blessed if you take his name in a blessing like he said? Why do you get blessed? Because his name is I am. Y'all want to fuck with this or what, nigga? You can't. You're going to hold yourself, nigga. That's what's going to happen to you. Step into this truth. It's time that you all humble down to the simple fact of what we've all read on that page, because that gives you strength when you stand before a brother and he says, what's his name? Hold it up and let him read it. But you want to say something that make you look wise. You want to say something that make you look like you got something that somebody else ain't got. We all got I am, or else we wouldn't be breathing today, would we? So then it's best we all point the finger to his name and say, this is the name that we shouldn't take in vain any longer. This is the name that hurts us when we take it in vain. This is the name that we're not blessed by when we lie. But when we take it in blessing, we find ourselves being blessed. When we take it in truth, we find ourselves living a truthful existence and no longer a lie. So then why mess around with it any longer? Why let somebody lead you about and lead you to something that try to be fanciful, like the serpent did to Eve? The truth is always given first, and then here comes the lie. The lie doesn't come unless there already exists a truth. The lie thwarts. That's what he does. There's nothing to thwart if there is no truth. But if there is a truth, he'll come to thwart it. So then there's no need thinking that you heard the lie first and then you heard the truth. No, you heard the truth first, and now you're hearing a lie. Now you have to be reminded of the truth. I am is the name. If they say it's not, hold the book up in Exodus and show it to them. Like I said before, if you want to say the ancient names, if you want to pronounce it in the ancient tongue, that's all good and fine. But you better know what you're saying. That's all I'm saying to you all. You better know what you mean. So a shepherd of the flock, if he says, I come in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, he should explain to you what that means. Or if a person's the first time hearing that, thinks he's hearing an alien language. I'm just being honest with you, Hebrews. I was there. So that's how I can tell you this. When I first heard that shit, I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? How does it benefit me to do that? I'm taking it ignorantly. I don't know what it means. I just know a new sound. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The shepherd should be guiding you in all truth. He should be explaining to you what that means. In other words, Yahweh, I am. Yahweh Shai, I am salvation. So now, son, that's the name that you're taking. So when you find yourself needing to be saved, call on I am salvation, and I am will save you. Because I am is the way. I am truth. I am the life. I am is everything you need. So do not curse that name, but take it in truth. Okay. Shit, I'm scared. Oh, wait, he told me, watch this. I'm scared right now. Wait, no, he told me and reminded me not to take his name in vain. I'm thinking about my physical state, which isn't true. It's temporal. If you're physically experiencing it, it's temporal. Read the Bible. But I am is eternal. So I am is not afraid. No, perfect love casts out fear. So I am a loving being. I am in a loving state of being. There you go. Now you're going to be blessed. Are you? Or is God going to curse you for saying that? Watch how the math works again. Bonk time. Any whack-a-moles that want to pop up and act smart, I'll bonk you down right now. I'll bonk your ass back down right now. How will God feel if you say, I am healthy? Will he get mad at you for that? Will he curse you for saying that? Will he curse you if you say, I am sick? Well, the word says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you didn't lay it to heart. You didn't remember. So you took it in vain and you suffered. Oh boy. Okay. Continuing. That my covenant might be with Levi, says the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace. What is life and peace? The Spirit. The Spirit is life and peace. So the covenant Abba made with Levi is that he would be a spiritually minded man. That's what life and peace means, the spiritual mind. The carnal mind is death, but the spiritual mind is life and peace. So Abba granted a covenant between him and Levi. That's how Levi, or Moses, was able to see God face to face. As the scripture said, he spoke to him mouth to mouth, face to face, spiritually. I am is what he told him. So the spiritual minded man came and gave life and peace to Israel because they were in bondage, just as it is this day. I told you, I'm in the land of the captivity of the Negroes. Liberating, setting free. Why what name? I am. Because I am is the one who needs to be liberated in you. Tell me that it's not. Okay. Verse 5, my covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave them for him for the fear wherewith he feared me. See? And he was afraid before my name. I told you that, little flock. Moses was the one at the burning bush, right? That's where he made the covenant with them. He said, take your shoes off, the place you stand is holy ground. You don't understand what that means? That's a covenant being made. Just like when a man goes to a woman, watch this. He goes to a woman back in Hebrew customs. He would find a woman he liked. Then he would go and prepare a place where he would ask her to marry him. If the family agreed, they would be betrothed. Then he would go and prepare a place. When he was finished, he would come back and get his bride and take her there to the place that he had prepared. And when she would come in there, he would say, take your shoes off, baby. This is a set apart place, only for me and you. Only our feet gonna be set in here. That's what Abba did with Moses. That's the covenant he's talking about. And so when he made the covenant with Moses at the burning bush, what did he say his name was? I'm going to keep saying it, guys, so that you don't forget it, because obviously you keep forgetting it. That's why you suffer. That's why you let somebody else tell you who you are. You are is another way of saying I am in another way. Don't you get it? You is another person saying I am about you. You are. They're just saying I am about you. Oh, man. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say to you today? You understand? All right. He said he was afraid before my name. So he knew how to be careful with that name. Oh, don't say I am that. Don't say I am that. That's a curse. Shit. Cursing myself. Power of life and death is in the tongue. Shit, I need to be careful how I speak about I am. Abba kept telling you that. And then Moses told the Israelites that. So then when does it change? Abba said he did it because he feared his name. So he gave it to him. And then he said he gave it to the people. Isn't that what Moses did? Alrighty then. Let's continue. Verse 6. The law of truth was in his mouth. See? And iniquity was not found in his lips. See? He walked with me in peace. See? And equity, and did turn many away from iniquity. See? Talking about Levi. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge. See that there? Keep, protect. And they should seek the law at his mouth. For he is the messenger of the Lord's host, of the Lord's armies. Levi, the priesthood. Didn't I tell you they need to be purged? Aren't I proving it to you right now, guys? See how Abba does this? I told you, I said the branch is here to purge the sons of Levi because they're not teaching what I'm teaching you. Why do you think he told Judah to do it before? A lawgiver from Judah. Why do you think he does that? Okay, let's see if he mentions Judah here. Let's just continue. Maybe I'm getting ahead of this, getting ahead of the game here. All right. He says, but you are departed out of the way from fearing his name. He didn't list a whole bunch of other stuff there. He said, you feared my name and that's why you were blessed. But now you've departed from fearing my name. He started off by saying, don't curse my name, fear my name. So it's all about his name. It's not about a bunch of other shit that people are teaching you. It's about how you use his name. That's purging. That's purging all the preachers, all the pastors, all the teachers. You should be teaching the little flock how to take the Lord's name in truth. Speak truth, how to take it equally and not unfair anymore. Unbalanced, that's what iniquity is, but in equity and peacefully. See? All right. But you have departed out of the way. You have caused many to stumble at the law. See, you're not talking about the name. You're talking about vicissitudes of the law. Hey, you got your fringes on there, buddy. Go to Hebrew camp. You'll see what I mean. See what I mean about the preachers and pastors and leaders of the flocks? Camps? Do you see? Hey, what you eating there? What kind of meat is that on that sandwich? All right, you know. Hey, what you doing on the Sabbath day? What you doing? And you think I'm lying, but you see it happening to Yahushua in his day. Because one from Judah got to come. He don't look like the Levitical priest. He's from Judah. That's me. Read the Bible. It'll tell you that. So I'm not coming with priestly robes, looking outwardly clean, because the Jew is one inwardly. I don't know if you can hear that or what, guys. I don't know if you can hear that. He come from the inner world because that's Christ's kingdom. That's where he said everything that has to do with him. That's where he says that, right? Okay, then. So it's not a discussion about where the kingdom is, what's the name mean, because they actually are synonymous. They go together. You can't get one without the other. If you say you're in the kingdom, but yet you're not using the name of I am, then you're not in there. And if you're in the kingdom, then you're inside of who? The kingdom of heaven is within you. I told you what somebody means when they say the word you. You is how someone else says I am about you. Okay, anyway. Watch this. Before I move on, the commandment is to love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your might, and love your neighbor as yourself. So you know his name is I am. So love I am. Fear that name. Love I am with all your heart, your soul, and your might. And then love your neighbor. So when you love yourself, you're I am healthy. I'm beautiful. I'm bold. I'm healthy. I'm all these things. Now, what about your neighbor? Love your neighbor as yourself. Okay, you are. See how you start doing the words you are to I am them? So then this makes it easy what I'm saying to you today. All right, he says they departed from the law. They caused many to stumble. They corrupted the covenant of Levi, says the Lord of hosts. They corrupted it, putting heavy burdens. What do Yahushua say? Putting heavy burdens. See that there? He says, therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people. So where's the tribe of Levi today? At the bottom. I told you where the Negroes are. I told you where. At the bottom. I know what they try to tell you, that Levi is some yarmulke wearing, tassel wearing, outward adorning, what a beard coming down with curls coming on the side. Dude, no. You've been lied to. You've inherited lies there. And so do they teach you about the name of I am? Then you know that's not the truth. That's all there is to it. They don't teach you the name, then they're just acting like they're priests, building a temple made with hands when the Bible clearly says that God don't dwell in that. So try all that you want. You're trying to build the third temple, but the scripture says the branch builds the temple because the branch is from the inner world, and God does not dwell in a temple made with hands. So the branch is a certain type of carpenter from a certain type of world, just like his daddy is, the true vine. Fuck with it if you can, but you can't, because I got a rod of iron that will put a big ass noggin noodle knot on your shit and make a big red beam come off of that shit while I sit back and laugh and sit on my throne with my dad. Continuing, I've made you contemptible and base before all the people. So now he didn't have his name stripped away, his heritage stripped away, because he forgot the name. That's what happens. You get cursed when you forget the name. You start putting importance on other things to teach people other than the name. See that there? Because there's nothing but the name. Because when a man finds that pearl of great price, he sells everything else. He don't care about the fringes. He don't care about how long your beard is. He don't care about how long your tassels are. He doesn't care about if you got a prayer shawl on your head or if you don't. He don't give a fuck about that, because the Jew is not one outwardly, and he don't shift and turn off of that. But he's one inwardly. See that? Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base for all the people, according as you have not kept my ways, but you have been partial in the law. See, parts of it. But the weightier matters, isn't the same thing Yahushua said? But the weightier matters you deny. See? Have we not all one Father? Hath not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously, every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers, to love our neighbor as ourselves? It's written in the book of Levi, Tukus. Love your neighbor as yourself is in there too. You shall not hate your brother in your heart, but you shall love your brother. Why are you profaning that? I am healthy. You are healthy. I am safe. You are safe. Why tell somebody, they're coming to you for some advice, you're telling them, oh yeah, your bills are piled up. I don't know what you're going to do. You're supposed to be a shepherd of the flock. I don't know what so you don't have a remedy for their situation? I'll tell you what to do. What's your problem? All you guys would ever have to do was to comment down there what your problem was. I'll give you the remedy for it. I'll give you the answer. And every answer that I give to each and every one of you will have a similar word, a same word in it every time. It will be I am, and then it will be some other stuff. It will always have that in the answer. I won't change that. I don't need to, because that's the answer you need. You need to take the Father's name in truth, because as a man thinks, so is he. You want to be something? Then why are you crying about what you are now if you don't want to be something else? Okay, so let's admit that you want to be something else. How do you do that without taking the name of I am? How can you say you are something without saying you are? Like I said, very simple when you know what you're coming to do and you know what Abba's doing in you. See? He says, but y'all have not kept the covenant. Judah, see, I told you he was going to be mentioned. See there? Have dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem, for Judah hath profaned the holiness of the Lord, which he loved. Started off right. And have married the daughter of a strange God. We have no king over us but Caesar. What is written about Edom? Edom is the daughter of Babylon. Edom is Rome. We have no king over us but Caesar. Do you see how that connects like Legos there, little flock? You took on Roman customs, Roman ways. Just like I told you earlier in this message, you love everybody else instead of I am. Because you don't know I am. So how can you love what you don't know? Where is your identity hidden? Your life is hidden in God. That's where it's at. I am is God. That's where your life is hidden. Oh boy. Okay. Continuing. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this. See? That's what I'm giving you guys the warning for. You're going to get cut off if you don't take Abba's name in truth and stop taking it in vain now. If you don't teach that, you're going to cut you off from speaking because you're speaking nothing but vanity to people. Waste. You're being partial in what you teach. See what I'm saying to you? Denying the weightier matters. See? And this have you done again. Oh, wait, let's go back. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar out of the tabernacles of Jacob. See, the masters, scholars, the ones that say they're leading you, the ones that say they're teaching you something, the ones that said that they're giving you some type of wisdom, some type of download they receive from the Spirit. But yet, every time they get a download, it ain't got nothing to do with I am. It's about a whole bunch of other bullshit that's going on in somebody else's life. It's about some bullshit that somebody's going on in somebody's celebrity gossip on the web, some tea, some bullshit. That's what they talk about. And they leave the Father out of it. But they think they're blessing God. They think they're helping God. I'm here to expose lies. I'm here to show the truth. The truth is I am. Do you know that truth? Because if you don't, then you've denied the weightier matters and you're being partial with your teach. Teach things that are vain, wherein there is no profit. That's what prophets are being lured to the people to do. The people want them to teach them other things. No, you're not supposed to. Watch this. He says, in him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts, he gonna cut him off. And this have you done again, covering the altar of the Lord with tears, with weeping, and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering anymore, or receiveth it with good will at your hand. Yep, see, many there be that say, I cast out demons in your name. Let's cast out demons in your name, teaching somebody about God's name. Look at the whack-a-mole hammer coming down on these niggas. We did mighty works in your name. Is mighty works in his name? Teaching people about his name and what his name is. Skeet. And they think they are, but they're not. That's what he says. They honor me with their lips, but their heart far from me. They don't lay it to heart. See that there? All right. He says, they're weeping, crying out, insomuch that I regard not the offering anymore. Verse 14, yet you say, wherefore? See, why? Why you don't accept the labor that I spent all my life working, preaching and teaching and traveling in a jet across the world, teaching the good news of the gospel? How come you don't accept my offering? Why are you turning away from it? But this man over here that wears the same damn clothes, he's not even wearing a suit, God. He doesn't even have a Bentley. He doesn't even have a car. He doesn't even have a jet. Why should anybody listen to him, God? But I did all these mighty works for you. Look what I've done. Depart from me, you worker of iniquity. You didn't keep equity. You didn't do equity with the flock. You got a jet, I heard you say. What about the flock when they need to travel? What about when they need to see family members that they haven't seen in a long time that may be sick? How do they travel? Out of their own pocket, buy their own tickets, fly coach, sit in traffic for hours and hopefully make it while you fly on a jet to everywhere you go? I think that's iniquity. I think that's iniquity. Wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of your youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet she is thy companion and the wife of thy covenant. Now, if you've been coming here to the School of Marvelous Light, you know exactly what that verse means. But the world doesn't understand what that means. The wife of your youth, even though she was your companion, what does it mean? Little flock, tell these niggas what that mean. You honor me with your lip, but your heart's far from me. Heart, your feelings. The wife of your youth, your feelings. You've dealt treacherously with them. You knew that you should let the congregation have some of that money, but you fought it off and said, no, hell no, I'm not doing that. When your compassion came in and said, help that family, they're losing their home, and you had all that money stacked up, you didn't go and help them. You were fought treacherously against her. That was your wife telling you, have compassion, show mercy, be tenderhearted. Now read the Bible to see if that's what God has always told his children to be, even though they won't be. Instead, they like to be impudent, hard-headed, hard-hearted people, huh? He says, watch this. I have been witness between thee and thy wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously, yet she is thy companion and the wife of thy covenant. And did not he make one? That's who you're supposed to be one with, the wife of your youth. When you were a child and you had a sandwich and your friend was sitting next to you, you gave him some of it. If you were going somewhere and your friend was with you and you were getting ready to go, you cried because you wanted your friend to go with you. Your parents were like, come on, Tommy, let's go. You're like, but Johnny, he's not coming. Can Johnny come with us? You were compassionate. You cared. If you saw somebody crying as a kid, you went over there and you were concerned. It was natural. You listened to your wife. Your God was one within you. Your thoughts and your feelings were one being. But along the way, they got separated from each other. That's what the grandson of right thought has been teaching here at the School of Marvelous Life for years. Can any of you deny that? That's what I teach. That's why y'all understand that verse, and though the world doesn't. You deal treacherously when your wife says, be compassionate and you're hard-hearted. That's treacherous, man. And you're bringing forth bad seed when you do that. See, little flock? Watch. Ye had, and did not he make one? Yet he had the residue of the Spirit. And wherefore one? Why did he make him one? That he might seek a godly seed. See, a godly result in your behavior. So that you be a godly man when you're one. If you're separated, you're not godly. You're iniquity-based living. You're double-minded in everything you do because you don't agree within. You are divorced. Now let's see what Abba feels about divorce. And he did not make one, yet he had the residue of the Spirit. And wherefore one? That he might seek a godly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth, his innocence. His wife of his youth, they looked at each other and didn't know they were naked. You and your feelings, guys, thoughts and feelings. They were one. Along the path, they got divorced. You see? And when they get divorced, you start to take the Lord's name in vain. That's what's being said here in Malachi. That's why it's all there. Why is he jumping from one thing to another like that? How did we get on wife from where we were? Because I'm explaining to you how. That's how you got separated and got cursed. You see that? Because when you are separated and divorced within, you are not one mind. You are not a person. I am one. If you're not one, then you're not I am. You're split. You're double-minded. You're two people. Christ came to make out of the twain one new man. Do you see how this is connected or what? Out of that divorced house, he came to make one new man. Y'all hear one new man and y'all think of two men and not a man and a woman. But Adam and Eve are parts of one man named Adam, because male and female created he them and called their name Adam. So they were one in the beginning, thoughts and feelings, but their thoughts and feelings got separated when they fought over the fruit. The thoughts were fighting the feelings over the fruit. The feelings were like, I want that. The thoughts were like, but he said, don't do it. But I desire it. I desire it. Same thing you did. And when you did that, you were separated. And so Christ has to come put those two back together again and restore the house. In the name of the Father, I am. Okay? For the Lord, the God of Israel, saith that he hateth putting away. See? He hates when you become two. Any marriage will not work if you're two. Why do you think you take on the name? Because you become one. So that's telling you right there that Abba wants one. He doesn't want two people with two different mindsets, two different ideals. That shit will not stand. A house divided cannot stand. Your house is your body. So if it's divided, it can't stand. Right? He says, he hates putting away. For one covereth violence with his garment, says the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit that you deal not treacherously. You have wearied the Lord with your words. Talking. Why do you think Christ said don't use vain repetition? Just saying the same old thing, saying it because you think that means something to God. It don't. It wearied him, he said. Yet you say, wherein have we wearied him? See? How are we wearying God? He gonna tell you how. When you say everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, see, you'll hear somebody say, I am sick, and you won't rebuke that neighbor. That means you don't love him. You'll let him believe that of himself? Then you're not a pastor then. You don't care for the flock, do you? He says, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, you say, and he delighteth in them. Or where is the God of judgment? See that there, little flock? You're wearying the Most High being like that instead of just listening to the truth. So we see clearly that Abba hate divorce. That means your thoughts and feelings must be one in order to enter the kingdom. House divided cannot stand. So if your feelings don't agree with your thoughts or your thoughts don't agree with your feelings, then your house will fall. Isn't it simple? So if you call yourself a priest, a pastor, a minister, this is what you should be teaching the little flock, because this is a weightier matter than how they dress. This is a weightier matter than how they look on the outside to you. But you are partial. When somebody comes into the assembly dressed in rags, you hate them, you reject them. But somebody comes wearing Balenciaga and the nicest Armani suit, then you want to put them in the best seats. Then you're judging outward appearance, Levi. You're not judging righteousness, Judah. Y'all understand that today? So judge righteous judgment. I'm going to tell you, just like my daddy said, judge righteous judgment today. Silwan Misraela.